Hello, everyone. This is Teacher Ann. We are going to have our review for our final test. Our topic is about force. So what is force? Force is a push or a pull. And you can see this lesson in your book on page 47. Okay, so there are two types of forces. What are they? The types of forces are contact forces and non-contact forces. So here are the examples of contact forces: applied force, spring force, direct force, frictional force, normal force. And for non-contact force, we have the magnetic force, electric force, and gravitational force. Okay, and then friction. So what is friction? Friction is the force which opposes the motion of an object. So there are two types of friction. Number one is the static friction. You already highlighted that in your book. And also kinetic friction. So you know already what's the difference between kinetic and the static friction. Okay, and then we have here the uses of friction. So if you want to copy, just pause the video. And yeah, so here are some uses and advantages of friction in our daily life. Okay, so another kind of friction here. So this gravitational force is a non-contact force. So the force of attraction which every object in the universe applies on the other object. So anyway, what is the gravity of the Earth? It is 9.8 meter per seconds. So this how mass affects gravitational force. You copy this also. And then gravitational force effect of distance. So gravitational force is strong when the distance between two objects is small. And gravitational force is weak when the distance between two objects is large. So those who didn't copy this yet, please copy in your notebook. You can post the video. And we have also the electric force. So static force is what? It is a force that doesn't flow. Okay, so this is the attractive or repulsive force exerted between objects due to their charge. So remember that like charge repel, example positive and positive, unlike charge attract, example that is negative and positive. So charge is measured in coulombs, or that is C. So there are two types of charges in electricity, that is positive and negative charge. So if you have an equal number of positives and negative, that is neutral. Okay, so next is we have the magnetic force. Anyway, what is magnet, students? A magnet is an object that attracts certain materials. Example, iron, cobalt, and nickel, right? So we have here some definition of terms. Magnetic substance, a material that acts like a magnet. Copy this in your notebook, please. Ferromagnetic substance, a material which is not a magnet but is attracted by a magnet. And then non-magnetic substances, it's a material not attracted or repelled by a magnet. So example is glass, plastic, wood. Okay, magnetic force. The force of attraction or repulsion exerted by magnets. Please highlight your book. And then we have magnetic field is the area around a magnet where the magnetic has an effect. Okay, and then in your book, you have also like simple machines. So I already skipped some of yeah, the pages in your book. Please read them by yourself. We already this is also, it was also included in your unit test. Please read the test paper. So we have here simple machines. We have the lever, inclined plane, wheel and axle, pulley, screw, and wedge. Okay, so what is a lever? A rod balanced on a fixed point that can help lift a heavy object. And we have there also inclined plane, slope or ramp, wheel and axle used to carry loads around easily for long distances with less effort. And then we have the pulley, wheels, and a rope to raise, lower, or move a load. And then screw, an inclined plane wrapped in a spiral, and wedge, made of two inclined planes and used to push objects apart. Okay, so those are the simple machines. Okay, and then let's jump to the other part of your test, which is density. You have also torque. There is a twisting force that is required to turn an object about its axis or rotation. And then you have there also in your book about vibration, okay, how sound are produced. Okay, so those are all included in your final exam. And the writing part is all about the simple machines. Okay, so I already gave an example in at the 8th period in our class. So example is we have their scissors. So what type of simple machine is scissors? Tweezer, what else? Wheelbarrow, the lift, our student, um, the jar lid. Okay, example. So what type of simple machine are those? So you're going to do is you can find some examples. Okay, you have their examples in your book. You read them because I gave that as the writing part in your final test. Okay, so this is all for today. So for the final test, we have only one topic that is all about force. Okay, bye everyone.